Hey guys, got a little bit further along here. Kind of a little bit of an update on the 2018 Polaris Ranger, new body style. Did some updates to it here, upgrades I should say. Got the 3-inch high lifter lift kit in, with the 28-inch tires. So you can kind of see what the stance is if you're wondering what that does. Got in the garage here, so it isn't the best view, but give you an idea anyway. And some interior stuff here. Kind of wanted to show in case anybody's looking to do the same type of thing here, but did the tornado horn kit. It's a compressor horn, really loud setup, but really kind of a crappy mounting system they have for it. It mounts with one bolt, but it slides over the bolt and you have to tighten it down. So there isn't a lot of areas that you can put it because you can't get behind this stuff very easily. So it can't come up from under the machine because it's right up in the middle here. So I was thinking about putting it right in here. Doesn't quite fit, but I did find a spot there. You take the dash cluster out, just pop the 2 rivets on the dash cluster down there, and the dash will pop out and you can get to the back firewall here and actually put a nut and bolt in there to hold it in place if you're looking at doing something like that or mounting any type of horn really there. And so I wired everything up with my connectors here, so I've got everything as in fuse holder kits, so everything's together here. Going to loom these up a little bit later, get that put together. And I did do some light bars, so these are the black oak LED. Along with some strobes too. I haven't finished the upper kit here yet because the stereo system is on back order through MB Court and probably will be through April. So I haven't finished up the roof on it yet, but it is definitely bright. Now that's a 40-inch with 5-watt chips in it, and it's in the flood pattern. Bottom one has also got the 5-watt chips in it, and that's a 10-inch single roll. Single roll on the top too. I did the Phoenix strobes in it. Shut these off here so you can kind of see, doesn't drown it out. They're dual color. So they're amber white. Did those on the back also. Switched out the steering wheel. The factory Ranger one kind of sits closer to the dash here, between here and here. And when you're sitting in there, if you're long legs, and kind of sits a little bit uncomfortable to me, so I went with a little deeper dish wheel. You can see it's a 3.5-inch dish, so it actually sets your stance pretty good, at least for me anyway. That's a personal preference, so you know, depends on what you like and what you don't like. You can hear the horn here. Vapors. That thing is supposed to be like 136 decibels, and it sure does sound like it. I put the rear pulse bar in it. So again, use more of my connectors here to wire up the accessories. So I put the dome light in. Cut the dome light that comes from Polaris has a really long factory harness. It's supposed to go to the front bus bar. But what I did is I actually trimmed the harness down and just plugged it in with one of the connectors to the rear bus bar instead. And that made it real simple to get to. I also did with the upper light bar, trimmed out the factory black oak harness, which is a really long harness. Took that apart, redid that, so it's really short now, and that goes into here also. And then I just wired the relay right to the roof. So screwed it right into the roof here. And what I'll do then later when I get the actual stereo, I have the headliner and everything, but I'm keeping that out at the moment until I get everything put into place. And what I'll do then is run my switching. The stereo comes with extra switch knockouts in it. And I'll put my switches in there for the rear cargo lights, the stereo override, so I can run it without the key on, and wire up my light bar switch in the top. Keeps the wiring really nice and separate from the front to the rear, so you don't have to worry about taking power from your front bus bar and then running it up your pillars, which you can only fit so many wires through, and it's a real pain in the butt in these newer ones to try and get stuff through here. So fishing wires really isn't as friendly as it looks. So really recommend doing this rear bus bar. It's worth the money. It's actually a very simple install. When you do it, when you get the machine, this plug is here already mounted down to the frame. So this piece here is just sitting with a plug in it. When you get the bus bar kit, you get this harness here all the way down to here. And then there's a relay right here. And that just gets mounted to the back wall. And this harness, there's a knockout plug here. I shouldn't say knockout, you have to cut it out. When you cut this out, it just has a clip on it. Let's see if I can move this here. Can't really see it very well. Let's see. Anyway, you gotta make it out back here, but it is just a clip that holds it in place, and the harness plugs into that. Runs up the door pillar. This door up here. Runs up the door pillar here. This piece comes with the kit too, so you got something to cover up your harness. Goes up and then around the dash, and it's got around the roof, and it's got the clips for that. It goes right up to the top where your bus bar is here. So hooks up with 3 wires, really simple hookup. And then you have everything you have to hook up your bus bar style connectors. So I really like doing it that way because it really makes it look professional. So yeah, that's where it sits right now. I'm gonna keep plugging away a few more things. It's got shocks coming for it, and change that out and see how they handle, and take it from there. Thanks guys, see ya.